A poco más de un mes de hacer historia en el certamen, Brittany Bolton-House fue destituida como Miss North Carolina USA 2026, luego de que salieran nuevamente a la luz antiguas publicaciones en redes sociales que presuntamente contenían lenguaje ofensivo hacia minorías. La organización no ha divulgado públicamente el contenido específico de las publicaciones que motivaron la decisión. Sin embargo, Tom Brodeur, presidente y director ejecutivo de Miss USA, dejó clara la postura del certamen frente a cualquier forma de discriminación, señalando que la organización no tolera racismo, homofobia, transfobia ni expresiones que atenten contra la dignidad de otras personas. La organización indicó que su decisión respondió a una evaluación más amplia de la conducta y no únicamente a un incidente aislado. La destitución ocurre pocas semanas después de que Bolton-House, modelo y empresaria de raíces hondureñas y mexicanas, hiciera historia con su victoria del 28 de junio, convirtiéndose en la primera mujer de origen hondureño en obtener la corona de Miss North Carolina USA.
Miss North Carolina 2026 Brittany Bolton-House has been stripped of her title and her crown just over 1 month after alleged old social media posts with alleged racism resurfaced. Miss USA CEO Tom Brodeur said in a statement on Wednesday that Brittany agreed to step down from the position after her conduct violated the standards of the organization. Brodeur didn't go into specifics, but did say that the Miss USA organization does not tolerate racism, homophobia, transphobia, nor language that strips any person of their dignity. However, the NC Beat reported that Bolton-House had been making allegedly racially charged social media posts under an alias from 2017 to 2019 under the name Sosa the Stallion. According to the site, Brittany had used the N-word several times and referred to herself as toxic in these social media posts. Despite stripping her of her title, Brodeur says in this statement that Brittany Bolton-House is still a human being who has been named, examined, and judged in public in a way that most of us would never survive. He also went on to say that he has seen Brittany's soon-to-come-out statement, where she apologizes and takes accountability for her conduct. It was also announced that Mila Hadley will be taking over the title of Miss North Carolina, and she has the organization's full confidence and support.
Miss North Carolina, USA, stripped of her title 1 month after winning, Brittany Bolton-House was crowned Miss North Carolina, USA 2026 in July. By August 5th, the title was gone. The Miss USA organization announced that Bolton-House is no longer the title holder, saying the decision was made jointly with her state directors, and the organization, following conduct that violated its standards. What that conduct was, the organization won't say. Chairman and CEO Tom Brodeur declined to specify, offering only a statement of principle. The organization does not tolerate racism, homophobia, transphobia, nor language that strips any person of their dignity. He added, that is not a policy written for a press release. It is the floor of what it means to represent this brand. Brodeur was clear on one point. This wasn't a one-off. What was brought to us was not a single moment, he said. It reflected conduct over an extended period of time. That is why this outcome was reached, and I stand behind it without qualification. He also asked people to go easy. There is a young woman at the center of this. She has been named, examined, and judged in public in a way that most of us would not survive. And she is still a human being with a family, a future, and a life ahead of her.
Okay, I'm in the middle of watching the Laci Peterson documentary on Netflix, which highly recommend you must go watch. And I had forgotten how completely instrumental Amber Frey was in the entire case. So in case you don't remember, Laci Peterson was a woman who went missing on Christmas Eve. She was 8 months pregnant, and her husband, Scott, was seeing this woman and had been for like 8 months. Amber Frey had absolutely no idea that Scott was married. He told her he wasn't married, that he never really wanted children, even though his wife was currently 8 months pregnant. He then came to her and told her that he actually had just lost his wife. On December 9th, he told her that he had lost his wife recently. And then on December 24th, his actual living wife goes missing. Amber had no idea that this was even happening until someone gave her a news article, like a paper clipping of a newspaper, and was like, isn't this your boyfriend? And she immediately called the authorities and said, like, I think my boyfriend is Scott Peterson, the same Scott Peterson whose wife is missing. She then participated in a ton of recorded phone calls talking to Scott. He was lying to her about being overseas for New Year's, and she was able to just keep cool and let him play this whole thing out. And it was instrumental in building their case against Scott Peterson. So in my mind, Amber Frey is the original girl's girl. I can't even imagine like how much strength it must have taken to have those conversations to begin with, but then to call the authorities. Like, she did the right thing in every at every turn. And I 100% believe that she is the reason why